Welcome back again, race fans, to the virtual track of Daytona Super Speedway for 90 laps of side-by-side bumper-to-bumper action. This is the premier private car service truck series for Extreme Motorsports at 99.com. Glad to have everybody out there again tonight. I am Joshua Medlock for MaxSpeedTV. Joining me again tonight, Logan Kais. Logan, you were with me again. You were with me last night for the first time ever. You have gotten permission to join me again tonight, man. What do you think's going to happen here tonight? We're back at Daytona. This time in the trucks. Man, what are they? What's your take on it?
Well, man, if last night was any indication, I think tonight's going to be another wild race for sure. A lot of side-by-side action. I'm excited to see how it all pans out over the course of 90 laps.
90 laps of bumper-to-bumper action here. Now, these guys do got teammates, as we just see the 14 and the 77 go around here in practice. Thank God this is just practice. They can get it back out there, try it again, and maybe kind of get it figured out going forward. We've got a huge field again here tonight. It looks like we've got a full field. And about 39 drivers roughly here this evening. We do have Nick Hunt and Mike Franklin, our admins, here tonight. A big shout out to them. And it looks like Rick may be helping them as well. Not entirely sure. But Logan, I mean, super speedway. These trucks race totally different than the K&N cars. But it's still yet they're fast.
Yeah, they're fast. They're a little slower than the K&N car. I went out on track as a ghost car with the drivers earlier and ran some packs. We got up to about 194, 195 miles an hour. The trucks are a lot more stable, being a newer body than the K&N cars, so it should make it a little easier for the guys to, move around a little bit and try to stay behind the guys in front of them without hopefully turning somebody around.
Yeah, exactly, and that's not what you want to do. Is early on get into an accident. You have no reset, so if you get damage on a machine out there, you definitely have to get it fixed or just call it a night. We know it takes 35 to 40 real life minutes if an engine blows to set on pit road, get it fixed, get back out there, and then turn some laps. Because you can pick up positions, not necessarily points, but positions of going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Every point matters, and I've been in the situation myself where I was like, oh man, my night's over, my engine's blown, and I've come from as far as 6 or 7 laps down at a track like New Hampshire and finished in the top 10 on the lead lap.
Yeah,
so anything can happen.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I remember that as we see the big one happen here in practice right there with the 55, and cars just start tumbling there, and it looks like the number 3 just took a ride of his life here in practice. But, hey, let's go to the pre-race analyst here real quick. Logan, 74-degree air temp, 74-degree track temp, so a lot of grip out there. We are under the lights here, so a lot of grip out there here at Daytona. 90 laps, 225 miles. We got a tire window at about 50 to 60 laps. These trucks don't use up a whole lot of tires. However, we talked about this earlier, Logan, that fuel window, 20 to 25 laps, if they have a long green flag run here tonight, and it's very well possible these guys can, I've seen it happen, 20 to 25 laps is not a whole lot of laps, and it's going to really come down to a fuel mileage race.
Oh yeah, 25 laps, like you said, can go by in the blink of an eye, and you won't even realize it. And all of a sudden, here comes your 5-lap warning up on your screen, and you start scrambling and trying to figure out what to do. And when you guys, everybody that you're running with, figures out, you got to make sure you get down to pit road, get down to 60 miles an hour without spinning, without getting into anybody, and make sure you get into your pit box nice and clean and get back out on the track.
Yes, sirree. Of course, team driving going to play a big factor. Strategy as well here. Let's get to the point standings coming in to tonight here at Daytona. GT Hawkins up front, 5 points ahead of William Hartman. GT 194 points. William Hartman in second, 189 points. 5 points behind GT. Taylor Butcher Benjamin holding on to the third spot, 183 points. 6 back behind William. Curtis Vollmer up 3 3 spots from his win last week at Texas. Well, we'll get to Curtis here momentarily, but he is currently in 4th, 174 points, 9 back behind Taylor. Cody McFadden down a spot into 5th, 173 points, 1 back behind Curtis. And Nolan Neiman going to round out the top 6 here, 4 spots from last week, 155 total points. He is 18 behind Cody.
Coming in at the 7th spot in points is Dwayne Dunn with 151 points, down a spot from last week. In 8th place, actually tied for 8th place, a biggest mover here, trending upwards in the point standings, is Mason Kane with 147 points. Also tied for 8th is Tommy E. Massey, up 6 spots from last week. In 10th place, we've got Zachary C. White, up 5 spots with 144 points. In 11th place, we've got Dalton Cowden, up 5 spots with 143 points. And rounding out our top 12 in the chase with 138 points is Andrew Mraz.
These guys really close indeed. Of course, after tonight, we're going to have 4 races left in the regular season. So these guys are going to be fighting for everything they can here tonight, next week, the next race, the next week, next race after that. Dover next week. The Monster Mile, of course, they got to get through Daytona here tonight because, I mean, it's anybody's ball game. Well, anybody's race. It's not a ball game. Anybody's race here. Anybody can win it. From the front to the back to the mid-pack to on pit road. It is anybody's race here tonight.
Yes, it is. Anybody can come in and steal one. I'm looking for guys that usually you don't see running towards the front very often. Guys like Darren Bruce, a guy that I know very well. I know he's due for a good race, and he's a really good racer, and I would look for him to try to stay towards the back and run up towards the front at the end of the race.
All right. Yeah, it's going to be real close here tonight. We've got a huge, huge field, and I believe that we are going to be maxed out here. I do believe we're going to have 40 drivers out here tonight. So we're going to be maxed in the truck standings here. Well, last week's race at Texas Motor Speedway was outstanding, as always, for these guys. Curtis Vollmer started 8th and figured out a way to bring it into victory lane after leading a total of 19 laps. But all it takes is that last lap to lead, crossing the line with the checkered flag. William Hartman, the pole sitter, led 51 total laps last week and holding on to the second in points. Tonight, of course, we said it, anyone's race here. Anyone can win. And, of course, we've already been to the point standings here going into fixing to get into qualifying here in about 2 minutes. So we want to give a shout-out to the sponsor here for the Truck Series coming in to this race and, of course, this season. The Premier Private Car Service Truck Series is the leading executive and special occasion transportation service for the Baltimore, Maryland, Washington, D.C., and Delaware Company. Company President Robert M. Montgomery has spent many years in the corporate world with multiple years in the limousine and town car industry. Whether your company is looking for executive luxury transportation, private airport transportation, experienced concierge service, or a comfortable ride to a special occasion, Premier Private Car Service will be reliable, safe, and professional. You can reach them at phone number 410-929-7978. That is 1-410-929-7978. See it on screen there for everybody. Thanks goes out to Robert M. Montgomery for being the sole sponsor for the Truck Series here for ExtremeMotorsports99.com. You can also visit their website at www.premierprivatecar.com. He's a member of the National Limousine Association, a member of the Baltimore, Maryland Concierge, and they are already a global. So thank you to Robert M. Montgomery for coming on board and sponsoring the Truck Series. Well, we're going to step away here real quick, play the national anthem, and qualifying, of course, will be underway when we come back.
Oh, say, can you see the twilight lies gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets reckless, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the free, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in name, the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. Stand of the brave, the US of A. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land of the free, and the
All right, qualifying is underway, and we are back here on MaxSpeedTV. If you are just tuning in here tonight, it is me, Joshua Medlock. Logan Kai's in with me here again tonight. Thank you, Logan, again for joining me here tonight. And, you know, fast trucks, big field, Daytona, going to be amazing.
It's either a recipe for success or a recipe for disaster, and it's just, we'll have to wait and see how it unfolds for sure.
That saying kind of sounds a little bit familiar there, Logan.
Does it?
Yeah, I think you said that last night.
Oh, that's right.
Well, right now we're still in qualifying here. Dalton Cowden driving the top spot here currently with a 51.404. 28 100ths of a second behind him is Taylor Butcher Benjamin. GT Hawkins currently third. Alan Hilton. Whoa, Alan Hilton goes back to fifth as Jeremy Clifton takes over that fourth position. Like we're going to be getting ready to go through the drivers meeting here. So we'll let these guys do the drivers meeting. Of course, how they get points here for Extreme is you lead the most laps, you get 1 point. Qualifying, they give you 1 point just for qualifying. That is amazing. So qualifying gives you a 1 bonus point. It's an incident-free. The whole race will give you 2 bonus points. And, of course, picking up the win, it gives you, I believe, it's in the 40 range of points. Now, first place receives 45 points, second, 42nd, third, 41, fourth, 40, fifth, 39. It just works its way all the way back to 43rd. 43rd, of course, receiving 1 point for the race. So that is how they do it here for Extreme. 10-week schedule, and they have a 5-week in the chase. So you got 10 regular season races, all for points, and then the top 12 after the 10th race will make it into the really the final 5 races, for the championship. You have team driving, or you have teams, and then you have you're trying to win it as an individual driver as well. And Logan, that's important. It's not gotta be important, it is important, because if you're on a team and you're in the chase, your team's going to try to help you get that championship.
Oh, absolutely. The more help you can have, the better. And let's not forget about team points, too. You want to have your team running well as a whole. There's more than just the one driver out there winning the championship. I believe there's a team championship as well.
Yes, there is.
So there's strength in numbers for sure.
Yes, there is a team championship, and of course we went over the point standings for the teams last night in the K&N series, because we do that every Monday, and of course after Thursday is when it updates for the next week. They updated every week for the next week for the broadcasters to go over. So, in the point standings, in the total combined series, Samson Motorsports holding the top spot with 1,415 points. Performance Motorsports up a spot into second, 1,284. Primetime up a spot into third, 1,252. Downforce down 2 spots into fourth, 1,240. Proformance in fifth, 1156, and Maverick Motorsports 803. So that'll round out the teams.
Yeah, there are 6 teams, and there are also a lot of individual drivers trying to, run well and show to those teams that, hey, I can run up front too. Maybe you should have me on your team as well.
Yeah, and that's the thing, Logan. I know you're new to Extreme Motorsports. That's the thing, man. Is these drivers, these team owners recruit drivers to drive for their team. And if they see you out there, running strong week in and week out, you're going to get recruited to go in and be a part of a team. Now, there's several teams out here. There's more teams than what we just mentioned, but those teams are not in the team championship. The drivers, however, are in there for a championship, for the series that they're in. So everything is just kind of, it's there together. It's compacted together. You're working together. You're trying to figure out this, that, and the other each week. And it's amazing. Just the structure that they have put in play here is awesome.
Yes, it is. That's for sure.
Well, I don't know who I am going to pick tonight, but I know we talked about it earlier, Logan. You have a pick. So who do you have maybe going to come away with the win here tonight?
I'm going to go with my good buddy Darren Bruce in the number 27. I know he puts in a lot of hard work and a lot of time to everything that he races, and I'm looking forward to him having a good showing here tonight.
All right, Darren Bruce in the number 27 machine, currently running back here in 13th. All right, well, I don't know who I'm going to pick, but I am going to go probably off on a limb here. I'm going to go kind of back into the field a little ways further, and I am going to pick Hank Caston here tonight in that number 5. Hank Caston currently setting right now in 20th here in qualifying. So a couple of picks going out. We got some picks in chat. If you have a pick and you want to see who's going to win tonight, please put it in chat. It looks like we do have a pick for the 76 and 77. Got a pick for the 16. Got a pick for the 15 or the new guy, the number 41. Number 41 being Justin Boyles. And the number 16 being GT Hawkins. GT, our current points leader here tonight, coming into tonight's race. Let's talk about the point standings here real quick, Logan. I know we did it earlier, but, man, these points are really, really close. We got some tied. Mason Kane, Tommy Massey tied back here with 147 points. I'm going to bring that up here again real quick for everybody to take a look at. One race can change it all.
Oh, one race can change everything. One race can be 5 spots, 8 spots. Mason Kane moved up 8 spots from where he was last week, or you can move down as far as 11 spots as John Borst moved down to 16th last week.
And it just goes to show you how quickly things can change here in Extreme Motorsports 99.com. These guys still trying to kick it there. Give a shout out to the admins here tonight. Nick Hunt, Mike Franklin, adminning each and every week for the Truck Series. These two gentlemen going to have their hands full again here tonight. Got a big field. I believe we are packed out. Michelle McMaster Eisenhower in chat here tonight. Thank you for tuning in, Michelle. Really appreciate it. Thank you all for tuning in here tonight. Zach Ogburn in chat. Got Johnny Miranda in chat. Our Racing Clips. Monty Rickard picking. Oh, these guys picking. They're picking their winners here in chat.
Everybody's got a favorite, that's for sure, and it's huge to see that, people come out and support somebody that they're pulling for or somebody that they like watching the race. It's really interesting to see all that.
Yeah, yes, it is. All right, we got another pick for the number 16. We got Dragon Zero on in chat tuning in. It's all right, Michelle. We know you try to tune in each and every week. I'm glad to have you tuning in. No, it's all right if you're late. You ain't late. We're under a driver's meeting right now. Well, Logan, the track temp is not hot. There's going to be a lot of grip out there. But these trucks, if that back end gets loose at any point, it could really mess up the pack of cars that you're in, the pack of trucks.
Oh, yeah, and the rear end can come around at any moment's notice, and you won't be ready for it. Just any turbulent air will suck the rear end around, and these trucks are a handful to try and save and keep out of the wall and everybody else behind you as well.
Well, you was out there again tonight in a ghost car under the watch tab here. So what did you feel out there?
It was really comfortable driving the truck around. It felt really stable, and I was able to fall back as far as 0.6 in the draft and be able to suck back up and get back to the guys in front of me. And it was really fun to be able to go out there and run with these guys while they were out there practicing.
As we, under a ghost car, of course, they can't see you, but you can see them. And everything works out perfectly. You got the draft off of them. But talk about the moment you went high or low and got door-to-door with them.
I didn't really get the opportunity very much to go side by side, but the side draft I know from previous experience is huge. And if not somebody inside of you doesn't hold their line just right, and anything can happen, man. It's wild and it's hairy and it's nervous. Daytona is a very, very nerve-wracking race for sure.
Well, 2 wide. You know, we're going to see that 2 wide action here tonight, as always, on a super speedway. Imagine we're going to see some 3 wide here, too.
I believe last night, one of the drivers we interviewed predicted that it was going to be 3 wide, and sure enough, later in the race, he shot it 3 wide going into turn 3.
Yep, you know, 3 wide. I mean, you know, coming down to, you know, the final laps of a race, man, you got to do what you got to do. Now, I understand they do have, you know, rules here, and, you know, that's where I don't get involved in. I let all the admins handle all that stuff. But, you know, they got certain rules here, you know, for Extreme Motorsports 99. Please, everybody out there, go to www.extrememotorsports99.com. Click on whatever series you want to click on. They got cups, trucks, K&Ns, and of course, they got a lot of them out there. They got a rule book. Please go and check out that rule book that they have here for Extreme. There is a lot of information in that rule book, Logan. You have looked at it too, and man, very, very detailed.
It's detailed and it's very interactive. It's one of the better rule books that I've looked through myself, and anything from real life and series as much as Chump Car to, you know, SCCA and all of that. This rule book, it's very detailed. It's very straightforward and right to the point for all of their series, from the point system to their bonus points down to their penalty points, where you get anywhere from 6 incidents or 4 incidents, whatever it may be, you will lose a point.
Yeah, you know, any of the slightest thing you need to do, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. The rule book, though, is there for not only the drivers, but for us broadcasters, and, of course, for the admins as well, to go back and take a look at it to say, hey, you know, under a certain section of the rule book, this is what it says. And, you know, I'm going to pick on Rick Donovan here. Just for a moment. Rick Donovan is, you know, the owner of Extreme. But if Rick Donovan is out there racing and he breaks a rule, guess what? He's got to obey that rule. That's just the way. There's no favorites played. You know,
it's great to see that everybody has to abide by the rules. There's no clearing of any black flags that, you know, aren't, you know, something that shouldn't have happened. It's nice and refreshing to see something like that.
Yeah, I'm looking at chat here, and Dragon Zeron saying they should have an official rulebook for all series. Well, they do. This rulebook covers every series. It is broke down into certain sections. Now, as we take a look here, we look at a rule that is under the under Section 8 of the rule book, blocking. This is one of the rules here that they really go by. You are allowed to block, but only in the last 10 laps of the race. Last 10 laps of the race, that's when you're allowed to block. Understand that if you decide to block and cause an accident, you could be deemed at fault for that accident. Thusly, you could be given an EOL. If you are the driver being blocked, it's not okay to wreck the driver on purpose. Please understand that if you wreck the driver, you could be deemed at fault and receive an EOL, or even receive a penalty for intentional wrecking. This decision will be at admin's discretion. So that's just one of the many rule sets that they have here.
You know, one of the things that I like about their series is they have a hauler for after the race. If there's anything that went on, or if anyone has any questions, they bring them down into a waiting room, and they actually take the time to talk with the drivers and work out any differences that people may have had, or communicate better. That's another thing that I really like about this league as well.
Yeah, and you know, going down there and seeing kind of what goes on, you know, if you're going down there to maybe discuss the situation, that is one place you don't want to get called down to. You don't want to get called down to the hauler. Now, if you have something to discuss, that is a good place to go being discussed. But, man, they have it broke down here, and it's so awesome the way they have it broke down here. It's amazing. All right, we got 15 seconds left here in qualifying. Dalton Cowden is going to hold on to the top spot here in qualifying, so he is going to have the pole here tonight. Congratulations to Dalton for getting the pole. We'll get him on the grid here in about a couple of seconds here. So as they get wind down, qualifying is over. We'll grid them up. All right. This is the MaxSpeedTV starting grid here tonight. Row 1, Dalton Cowden grabbing the pole here tonight with a 51.404. Congratulations to Dalton for getting the pole. Taylor Butcher Benjamin going to start on the outside of him in that second spot. GT Hawkins in third. Jeremy Clifton in fourth. Alan Hilton in fifth. James Thorndike in sixth. Andrew Jump 7th. Cody Fabianic racing tonight. He is going to start 8th. Mark Hamlin 9th. And Michael Thwaites going to round out the top 10 in qualifying.
Starting 11th is Robert Montgomery. Chris Seidenfaden starting 12th. My pick for tonight's race, Darren Bruce starting 13th. Douglas Carlson 14th. Jeremy Horn starting 15th. Mason Kane starting 16th. 17th is Nolan Neiman. Jacob Bell 18th. Orlando Rivera 19th, and rounding out the top 20 is Hank Caston.
Hank Caston, yes, sir. My pick here tonight, Jade Bell going to start 21st. Rick Donathan Sr., 22nd. Jeremy Rigney, 23rd. Blair Patterson, 24th. Zachary White, 25th. Andrew Mraz, 26th. William Hartman, 27th. Michael Brecht, 28th. Jeff Glockner, 29th. And Lee Overton, 30th.
Jason Eisenhower starting 31st. Brandon Fries, 32nd. Cody McFadden starting 33rd. Curtis Vollmer, 34th. Dwayne Dunn, 35th. Nick Hunt, starting 36th. Mike Franklin, 37th. Tony Brent, starting 38th. Justin Boyles will be starting shotgun on 40th, but William Martin will be starting 39th as well.
All right, Casey Duncan, 41st. Edward Moore Sr., 42nd. And Andrew, I'm just going to call him Andrew.
Paul Lexak.
Huh?
Paul Lexak.
Paul
That's what I'm going to go with.
Okay, Palexak will be starting 43rd. I'm sure I'll get corrected on his name in chat here momentarily. So, all right. Well, here we go. Pace car's off and away.
It is going to be an interesting race, that is for sure, Josh.
Yes, it is. Everybody going to come out, get caught up to the pace car. The 88 on the outside. I know that 88 from another league. I know a lot of these guys. I'm getting to know a lot more. Racing Fan 99. Going to pick two drivers here tonight, the 88 and the 7.
Dragon's going to try and steal the pace car here. And that might not be a bad pick after all as well.
All right, Dalton Cowden up front on the inside in that number 34. The 88, Taylor, on the outside of him, coming around turns 3 and 4 here. Pace car will dive off here momentarily. And, yeah, full field here tonight. We are packed at Daytona for the second night in a row.
40 trucks, man. It's going to be one great race, that's for sure.
Yes, it is. We're going to have to see how these guys figure it out. Who are they going to get hooked up with early? Pace cars off and away. Here we go. Dalton Cowden going to be on the loud pedal here momentarily. Green flag is out. Boogity, boogity, boogity. We're racing at Daytona for the second time, and we got a caution.
I don't think the entire field was caught up. I don't know if something was going on.
Oh.
I'm going to take a look here. Yeah, I don't think the entire field was caught up. I think they just delayed the green. I could be wrong, though.
Okay. I guess we'll have to do this all over again then, won't we?
Re-rack them up and start it again.
Yeah, buddy. All right. Well, I'm not entirely sure what happened, but they are going to get lined back up here, and we'll do it over again.
Yes, we will. I wonder what the admins will have to say about that, because that's really about the only information that we'll receive.
Yeah, I
going
don't.
forward as to what happened or what might have happened. But there definitely looks like there's more trucks caught up to the field now.
All right. Well, we'll get them lined back up here, double file, and then we'll get going again. So they're going to get going on lap number 3, and that's when they'll get the green flag. Like I said, I'm not entirely sure what transpired there.
But we do know one thing: they will complete lap number 1 with a full field.
Yes, they will. All right. Pace car. The lights on the pace car should go off. They didn't. So we're going to go around at least 2 more times.
They should. There wasn't any lap cars. They should be
Okay.
1 to green next time, because they're all still single file.
Okay, all right. I did get just confirmation. The cars were not, they weren't caught up. So, yeah, you were right there, Logan. I did get confirmation from the admins here. So, not everybody was caught up at the present time. So, that's why they delayed it. And that's, you know, they want everybody together. And that is fully understandable, you know. It just...
Yeah, you don't want to start the race with 2 packs, you know, spread out that far. It's just not fair to everybody else, you know. If anything happens, someone could have stalled on pit road and couldn't have got it going, or it's something that happens, and we'll move on and move forward.
Yes, sirree, we will. So we'll go around a couple of more times here at Daytona, the 2.5 mile super speedway. Now going through the teams here that are going for team points: Performance Motorsports, Jeremy Clifton, Alan Hilton; Performance Motorsports, Cody McFadden and Tommy Amassi; Maverick Motorsports, GT Hawkins, Doug Blackman; Samson Motorsports, Curtis Vollmer and Dwayne Dunn; Downforce, Lee Overton and Andrew Mraz; Primetime, Michael Gant and Michael Thwaites. So those are the drivers that are for points in the Truck Series, getting points for their team.
Looks like the lights are still on the pace car.
It looks like...
I'm not sure what's going on.
I'm not either. All right, well, I just seen the caution flicker again. So I am not sure myself.
Looks like we've got 4 trucks just coming off pit road now. They may have come in and grabbed some fuel. I don't think that would have had anything to do with delaying the green another lap, though.
I don't either. I honestly don't either. Oh, wow. What happened? Oh, there he is. I was wondering what happened to Dalton Cowden. Okay, I just got it in confirmation in the chat here. Jeremy Horn has replaced Michael Gant for Primetime. Let's hope Michael Gant gets to feeling better.
Yeah, I certainly hope everything's all right with Michael.
Hate hearing that. I really do.
Well, that's what we have standby drivers here in this league. That's another thing that's really cool about this league as well is they allow people to come in case somebody has to leave. They have somebody that can hop in like a Jeremy Horn who can come in and, finish the race for somebody who couldn't finish for whatever reason, complications or whatever. Somebody can still finish the race.
Yeah. Well, all right, it looks like Dalton Cowden going to go around. Everybody's going to go around the pace car here, it looks like. I do believe. I guess it's to get everybody lined back up properly. The pace car lights are off. We're going to wait here and see kind of where everybody, Dalton is hammering it down out here under caution, trying to get up to that pace car.
Hey, Joshua.
Rick Donathan in the broadcast booth, I was about to say in chat, but Rick Donathan, the owner of Extreme Motorsports. Rick, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I am good, brother. I just want to come up here and just kind of fill you and Logan in tonight on a little bit about what they got going on out there right now. We got a full house out here tonight, 43 car field, and we had a couple drivers that didn't get an EOL in time, past the start-finish line. It got things offset and so forth, so we're just trying to get things underway and getting through some of that system there. So I just wanted to bring you up to date with what they're out there doing on the track, let the viewers out there know, kind of have an idea of what's going on, and getting things all feathered out there.
All right, well, I do appreciate it, Rick. We are under green flag here, it looks like. It looks like everybody did get caught back up here. Dalton Cowden still up front, but, these front guys right up ahead of him, I know everybody was going around the pace car at the time, so a unique start here tonight, Rick.
Absolutely, but I tell you what, we got a lot of laps out here to do tonight, so things will still catch back up. Had a tough night last night in the K&N Series, and we'll see what these guys have got up against them tonight here in the trucks at Daytona. Joshua.
Yeah, sure thing, Rick. K&N racing at Daytona last night, here in the trucks tonight. It's going to be an awesome race. But we know these guys, Rick, they can race. And we're going to see that here again tonight.
Oh, absolutely. These guys are very, very tough competitors out here on the track. Anxious to see an awesome, awesome race here tonight. But I tell you, while I'm up in the booth, just definitely want to give some shout-outs out there. Michelle Eisenhower, Dragon Zeron, Racing Fan 99, Ethan Strite. Just want to thank you guys. Stephen Dean's tuned in, and I know he's out there doing some spotting out there. Monty Rickard, Zach Ogburn, Johnny Miranda. I just want to thank all of these folks out here tuning in week to week, Joshua, watching these guys battle it out on the track. And I tell you, I understand you got a little company up here in the booth with you, Logan Keys. Logan, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing good, sir. How about yourself?
Fantastic. I tell you, if I was doing any better, I'd be double trouble tonight. But listen, I'm going to let you guys get back to it. We're back to green flag racing. Thank you all for what you do. And I'm going to go down here and see what I can do to get Senior up there toward the front.
All righty, Rick Donathan, the owner of Extreme. Rick, appreciate you so much, bud. I know he's going to do what he needs to do in the race, but we are green flag here, and I know we called it earlier, but boogity, boogity, boogity. Hey, we're green flag racing, man.
Yes, we are. We got a couple of packs, it looks like, here going around the track. I'm just trying to distinguish where everybody is in relation to the leaders still, but it's interesting.
Yeah, it really is interesting. We've got Taylor Dalton Cowden up here. He is in first, started first. Taylor Butcher Benjamin started second, but he's led 2 laps here in that 88. GT Hawkins.
It looks like they're actually. Oh, their caution's out.
Oh,
I wonder where the caution's at.
let's see if we can find this. Now, I don't see a wreck.
It looks like the 3 leaders are actually in the back of the pack, starting to lap guys on the track, driving up through the pack.
Oh, okay. Well, let me go over here to chat here real quick. Ethan Stride. Now they're going to throw yellow because the leader's almost lapping the whole field. Well, I believe they just did.
Yeah, it looks like they lapped 3 cars. The 48 of Curtis Vollmer, the 228 of Tony Brent, and the 39 of Dwayne Dunn.
Okay, Zach Ogburn in chat, they're going to throw a caution to fix the field. So they're trying to fix the field here. That's what they're trying to do.
We'll go ahead and call this our competition caution on lap 10.
Yeah, I mean, they want to make it fair for everybody. That's what extreme motorsports is. You know, they don't want one individual person to have the advantage over everybody else. You know, they want everybody to be on an equal playing field. It is a fixed setup for everybody that is out there wondering if it's fixed. So I just got confirmation from Mike Franklin, admin caution to order the truck, so that is confirmed. I lost my train of thought.
We were talking about the fact that these guys are out here running fixed setups.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I believe the only adjustments you get are to your steering ratio, your steering offset, and your brake bias here tonight.
All right, Dragon Zeron in chat. Yeah, you're right there, Logan. Yeah, you only get a few different setups, in a way to fix your car. So Dragon Zeron says he's going to throw me a soda. What flavor I want? It's got to be Dr. Pepper. Yeah, it's got to be. All right, well, let's... Man, I don't want to bug anybody because I know they're trying to get everything reorganized and reset, refigured out. And, it's been a unique start.
It's been very interesting.
I've never ran into this problem, me personally.
Me either.
But
they're definitely getting sorted out. They're doing the right thing, and that's good to see.
Well, Logan, how is this going to play into the fuel run? 20 to 25 laps. We've already been 11 laps in, and we really can't say it's been caution because there hasn't really been cautions. It's just trying to fix the field, get it straightened back up. But this is going to really kind of play into the fuel there a little bit.
Yes, it'll kind of help these guys maybe go from a 3 or a 4 stop race down to maybe just 3, or depending on how they feel like splitting their pit stops up with their teams. It's going to help them out for sure and help them extend their fuel run a little longer as well.
Yeah, for sure, indeed, on that one. It looks like we do have a couple of drivers here that are not in the race. Okay, he is showing up now. Dwayne Dunn in the number 39. Currently running back here in 39th. Curtis Vollmer back here running in 40th. Tony Brent in the 228. Like maybe going to get his lap back as well. So, things are happening here on the track, although it's not what we anticipated. Because you can't really, even the admins here tonight, Nick and Mike and Rick. I know Rick's kind of helping them too, going back and forth. He's down there helping his dad too. You can't anticipate something like this. This just doesn't happen every race. So
it's something you got to try and fix on the fly, and it looks like they're doing a very good job of it here.
Yeah, and that's what they do. Everybody has hiccups, and that's just one of these things. It's a hiccup. Dalton Cowden now up front has led 9 laps here. Taylor has led 2. The only 2 drivers that have led a lap here. Taylor is having a blinking problem in that number 88 machine, but I noticed when he's out on the track racing, he don't blink, but when they're under caution, he blinks. And I'm sure you've ran into that issue racing here on iRacing in the time you have joined. You've seen that.
Oh yeah, it's something that happens. It's one of those things you gotta let everybody know around you. Hey, or somebody will really call it out to you and let you know to try to stay a little bit away from everybody. Give everybody some more room because they don't know exactly where you're gonna be at, and that's where one of those net code damage incidents can come in, and that's not something that everybody wants either.
All right, it looks like the pace car lights are off. Everybody going to get double foul here.
I bet those two guys are up front are happy to see, open track in front of them.
Yeah, man, look at that field. Jeez, that is a whole lot of trucks.
Yes, it is.
Well, Darren Bruce coming from 13th up to 7th. Robert M. Montgomery coming from 11th to 6th. James Thorndike coming from 6th to 4th. We've got some movers up here as well. I know we're having a big mover. If I can find him. I know he was way back into the field, but he is up front running up here somewhere. Justin Boyles, that's it. Justin started in 14th. He is already up to 16th here in 13 laps. Well, Logan, I'm going to go ahead and let you get them going here.
Why don't you call him down? Give him the real boogity send-off.
Give him the real one?
Yes, sir.
Well, all right, we're double foul here. Going to be coming to back green flag racing at lap number 14. Looks like they got everybody lined out and squared away here. So, when we come to lap 14 of 90 laps here, pace car is going to head off. Dalton Cowden is going to get them going. Dalton in the 34 to the inside of the 88. Pace car is off and away. Coming to lap 14. Here we go, folks. Green flag is out. Boogity, boogity, boogity. We're racing again here at Daytona.
Yes, we are. And it looks like everybody's minding their business, staying double file, trying to find a way to get in line, and maybe ride around and see what we've got going on here, Josh.
Yes, sir. It looks like that low line has got a whole lot of trucks with it.
Oh, yeah, it looks like the low line is definitely the preferred line out here right now.
Always seen the 31 of Andrew Mraz there just a little bit ago dive it low. Now he is going to dive it high right behind the two of Brandon Fries, or Freeze. It's pronounced Freeze. Brandon Freeze. Yep. Now Andrew's going to go low coming up on the 69 of Andrew. The other Andrew. Battle of the Andrews.
We got a little movement up here up front. The 88 of Taylor Benjamin has moved outside. He's got some help from the 49 of Robert Montgomery. They seem to be fading a little bit back to some help on the outside right now. Trying to get the top groove moving here. It looks like they've got about 4 trucks formed up right now, and the bottom side still seems to be dominating.
Yeah, the 34 of Dalton Cowden on that low side. You got the 88 of Taylor on that high side. He's leading that front back. Here comes the 55. I believe that's the 55 of Cody Fabianic. Yeah, the 55 of Cody Fabianic going to jump it high in front of the 88 of a Taylor. So now another truck out front.
See if he can get them a good pull. Here he comes, coming up on the outside of the 34 of Dalton Cowden. Who's going to lead lap number 15?
It's going to be close. And I believe
Dalton Cowden by inches.
I believe that was Dalton Cowden by 66 1,000ths of a second, or 66 100ths of a second. My bad.
And that is close, Josh. Like we had one peel off down the apron, didn't like what he was seeing up in front of him. It's a fair play in my book. It's something I like to do too. If I don't like what I'm seeing, I'll pull back out and try to keep all 4 fenders on my truck.
Now Lee Overton in the 61, just ahead of KC Duncan. Andrew P back here in the 69, kind of sandwiched in between the 7 and the 92. The 92 of Michael Brett goes high as they come through the try over here at Daytona. The 92 gonna stay high. Gonna put Zachary White to his inside, and he and this company here gonna just go blow right past him. He has no help out there.
No, there's two real distinct packs out here right now, Josh. I think if these guys can find a way to form up and get in line, they can start putting some real hot laps down and try to catch the front pack again.
Yes, sir. Alan Hill back here on the number 8, running with another group of trucks. Jeremy Clifton, the 228 of Tony Brent. Andrew Jump running back here in the 85, the 14 of Jade Bell. Douglas Carlson also running back here with the company. A lot, like you said, two packs going. And this front pack is still side by side.
Yeah, they are. It looks like the 34 of Dalton Cowden has managed to get himself back out in front and lead another lap. See if we got anything moving and shaking behind him. They're too wide, about fourth on back.
No. Hit the 55 of Cody Fabianic. Get a little squirrely there, going below that double yellow on the back stretch. It wasn't too bad. You don't want to do that going around the corner, though.
Oh, no. The apron is something you want to stay very far away from. It'll hook you in an instant.
All right. Dalton Cowden going to lead that lap here. Take a look at the 59 of James Thorndyke to the outside. We do have two packs now. Got this front pack. We go all the way back here. It looks like Orlando Rivera has joined this front pack. Justin Boyles coming from 40th up to 15th in the 41. Andrew Mraz going to join this front pack as well. Jeremy Rigney right behind him. And Michael Thwaites in the number 12 trying to keep the draft, trying to get up to him. He is still in the draft of that number 10 of Jeremy. The second pack, now Brendan Freese kind of back here by himself. But Zachary White and this group, they can pick him up.
That they can. They're always looking to pick up anybody else who falls off from that front pack. Oh, looks like we've got some coming down pit road, Josh.
All right, well, let's take a look. Yeah, Alan Hilton in the number 8. You got the 21 of Jeremy Clifton, the 85 of Andrew Jump coming down pit road, the 14 of Jade Bell, the 86 of Douglas Carlson, all coming down pit road. So it looks like we're going to have our first round of green flag pit stops.
Yes, sir. If the guys can all get back out and form up together, they shouldn't really have much trouble. They should be able to get their lap back if they manage to go a lap down here.
I know we've got some people in chat saying let's go William Hartman. We'll check on William here for you. William currently running back here in a 21st. He is running with Zachary White, Lee Overton, KC Duncan, and Michael Breck's in the mix here. Andrew is there with them, Andrew P. I don't want to butcher his name too bad, so I'm just going to say Andrew P. Mason Kane and Tony Brent. They're all running right here together. This was that second group we was talking about. You're checking on your pick here, Logan. Darren Bruce in the number 27. Started 13th. He's running up front with this group of trucks here. Now, the question is, when are these guys going to pit? Because they've been out here at about 21 laps. I understand we've had a couple of caution laps. You know, how much fuel have they saved under caution to kind of get these runs in?
It depends on how much they're shutting the truck off and letting it roll and coast. They could get anywhere from 3 to 5 laps with as much caution as they've run under. So I would imagine see guys coming down here in about 5 to 6 laps to try and get some pit stops.
All right.
Build up with fuel.
Yeah, for sure. You know, and I'm sure we're going to see that here momentarily as this front group still here is 2x2. Cody Fabianic, Dalton Cowden side by side. We're side by side pretty much all the way back to and about Jason Eisenhower running back here. Jeff Glockner in the 24. Man, still side by side. Andrew Mraz finding his way up here. Started 26 in the back. He is running up front here. Oh! I seen that 59 of James Thorndyke kind of move out there from behind the 55. And that probably allowed that 55 to lose, or that high line to lose a little bit of momentum, because that low line is just flying.
Yeah, the low line, in theory, should always be the faster way around the track. You're taking the shortest distance, and if you can get enough trucks lined up, you should really be able to stave off any runs from the outside with any momentum down the straightaways.
Looks like a couple of people changing positions here, trying to do some switch-offs here. Heat in the trucks. Get air in that truck. Now, I know we was talking about it last night in the K&N cars. The getting air in that radiator to cool it off is very important. I have seen these trucks blow in about 15 laps because of them not getting air in their radiator to cool them off. So if you stay right behind that truck for 15 or so straight laps, you're more than likely not going to have an engine. And these guys got to be very careful. It's
one of those things that if you ride behind somebody, about a tenth or two behind them, you can maintain your speed. But if not really get that hot, but if you're right up all over the tailgate and you're trying to move forward, you got to be careful and keep an eye on your temperatures, because it'll get warm in a hurry.
Yes, it will. We just hit 50 live viewers here for the Extreme Motorsports and 99.com Premier Private Car Service Truck Series. Thank you, everybody who is tuning in. Please share this on your social media. We do this every Monday and Tuesday, unless it's an off week, of course. But thank y'all so much. We could not do this without you. Couldn't do this without the sponsors. Couldn't do this without, of course, the league. And this front group is starting to pit.
Green flag pit stops.
Yep.
Here they come.
Alton Cowden.
Two of them missed pit road, Josh.
Oh!
Through the grass.
Hank Caston in the number 5. Looks like might have been one of them. Let's go back here and take a look at what happened to that number 5 of Hank Caston. Still green flag here. Under green flag conditions. I think this is what kind of people enjoy, is these replays that I do under green flag. But we got to see exactly what happened to the number 5. I believe he might have missed pit road. I don't know if that's going to be I don't know how it's going to affect. Is it going to be an unsafe pit injury?
That should be an unsafe pit entrance.
Okay, number 5. It was not number 5 of Hank Caston, so it had to have been had to have been behind him. I don't.
It was about the last 4 or 5 cars in there coming down pit road. They were really trying hard to get locked up and not hit anybody, and it's one of those things, man. It is tough to get on pit road here at Daytona, coming from 195 miles an hour all the way down to pit road speed of 60.
Yeah, well, I do want to mention about Hank Caston here, because we was on him during that replay. Now, he almost locked up the brakes coming down pit road. So, good thing that Hank did get it slowed down enough to not lock him up. He is back out on to the track here. So, a green flag pit stops are happening. The next group doesn't look like it's coming in currently right now. Darren Bruce is off of pit road. That gave the lead up to Taylor, Butcher, Benjamin and company. Robert M. Montgomery in a second. Jason Eisenhower third. Jeremy Horn fourth. Michael Thwaite's going to round out your top 5 here. 28 laps into the race. Still a whole lot of laps left to go.
There are. Going to be very interesting to see where these guys cycle out when they do choose whoever is left to come down pit road, and see who manages to stay in the lead pack and who falls back to maybe the second pack, or if there's enough if they form their own pack in the middle.
Yes, sir. Well, we're going to have to wait and see. It looks like we've got another group down. Nolan Neiman, Zachary White, Justin Boyles, Edward Morris Sr. all down pit road. It looks like we've got another group now coming down pit road.
Leader just pulled down pit road and brought about 5 trucks with him.
Yes, it did. The Taylor down pit road, the 41 down pit road, 49 down pit road, Jeremy down pit road, James Michael Thwaites down pit road.
Oh, the 88 hit the wall, slid through his pit box.
Oh, no. That is not what you want to do.
Yeah, it looks like he was having a little issue with the 41. They were side by side, and he couldn't really get over to get down into his pit box, and he may have had too much speed coming in, and looks like he may have hit the inside retaining wall a little bit, Josh.
Oh, no, not what you want to see. 52 live viewers. Come on, folks. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, that subscribe button if you are new to MaxSpeedTV. Thank you so much. Logan, thank you too, man, for joining me here tonight.
Yes, sir. I'm glad to be here. It's been a blast for all of 29 laps so far.
And, well, we're on Dalton Cowden up to 4th, split in the middle there as this group comes off of pit road. And number 34 bringing the 16 of GT Hawkins. Now Dalton is going to take back over the lead. GT going to be in 2nd. The 24 of Jeff Glockner up to 3rd. Coming from 29th. And Andrew Mraz up to 4th, coming from 26th. And it looks like everybody has made their pit stops here. The green flag pit stops.
Oh, go ahead. We've got 2 more packs here that are, all lined up single file. We've got a first pack that looks like it's got about 10 to 11 cars, and the second pack that's got about 8 or 9 trucks in it. If they can stay single file, and hopefully they can catch back up to that main pack. They're going to need some help, though, I think.
Yeah, and I'm sure they will. Brandon Freeze leading this this second group here. Casey Duncan, Lee Overton, Jeremy Rigney, and company all back here, all the way pretty much back to, I would say, Darren Bruce. It looks like Cody Fabianic kind of falling back here to 18th, started 8th.
Oh, we got a big wreck in the front pack. They were having trouble getting around a lap car, Josh.
Oh, no, and it is a big one here.
5 trucks.
It is a big one. We're going to go back here and take a look at it. It looks like the number 12 of Michael Thwaites was involved in that. So let's go back here and take a look at it on the MaxSpeedTV replay here for everybody. I'm going to be on the number 12 if I can find him here. Michael Thwaites. All right. Michael Thwaites was running back here behind the 36 and the 88. So happened right up here in front of him. It looks like. Well, that's where it started. We'll watch it here and see. Oh, right here. Yeah, right there is where it initiated. Well, they were coming up fast on a driver there. I'm not sure exactly who they were coming.
8 of Rick Donathan Sr., Josh.
The 8 of Rick Donathan Sr., the 42.
Oh, he's showing as the 8.
Oh, okay. All right.
Trading paints.
Okay, I got him in the 42 here. So, okay, they were coming up on Rick here, and it looks like the 59. They went 3 wide here, but it doesn't look like there might have been some contact there. The 59 and the 42, that sent the 59 into the 16. So let's go back here to the 59 of James Thorndyke here. If I can...
Yeah. It looks like there was some net code between the 42 and the 59 that initiated the start of it, Josh.
Okay. I'll let the admins all handle that stuff. You know.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. All right. Well, the 59 goes around. Oh, the 16 and the 59 hit simultaneously into the wall. And the 59 of James Thorndyke goes for a ride and a half. The 36, the 16 going to get involved in that. Taylor Butcher Benjamin going to get a piece of it as well in the 88. But, boy, talk about that ride that James Thorndyke had. That was a ride and a half. And that hurts me just watching that.
Yes, it does.
We're going to go here to a wider view here and just watch. I mean, he goes airborne up and over, and a lot of drivers involved in that. There were several drivers involved in that incident.
Several drivers and a lot of good trucks, Josh.
Yeah, a lot of them. Man, that's not what you want to see. 33 laps in, though. I mean, so close. Very close.
Too close to call for me.
All right. Yeah, I that's something that I don't do, man. I don't call that stuff that close. All right, well, Robert Montgomery gonna be your leader here. Andrew Mraz, it looks like gonna be second. Nolan Neiman in third. I'm not sure exactly who is ahead. That would be the 92, right up ahead of them, of Michael Brecht. Well, let's see here if we can get our first interview in here, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Go down here with Performance Motorsports driver Jeff Glockner. Josh for the booth, got a copy. Jeff, got a copy? All right, well, all right, coming out from the pipeline from Mike Franklin, the admin. Caution on Rick Sr. That'd be Rick Donathan Sr. He will receive an EOL. So they did take a look at it to see exactly what happened there. And I'm just relaying the information that comes out from the pipeline of the admins. This is why I don't make those calls, because, you know, the admins, they do a fine job at it. So, well, can't talk to Jeff. He don't want to talk. So let's see if we can talk to somebody coming back from the back of the pack here. Brandon Freeze, Josh for the booth, got a copy, buddy.
Yes, sir. How are you tonight?
Well, Brandon, I almost didn't see you because I don't see your number there in front of your name, but hey, that doesn't matter. I found you. And man, started in the back of the field, 32nd, and you're up to 7th. And talk about the racing out there here tonight. A little different start to the race, but y'all got it going, so talk about it.
Yeah, a little confusion at the beginning of the race, but admins did a good job getting everybody straightened out and lined up in the right order. And racing's been pretty tame so far. We decided to hang in the back at the beginning of the race and made up a lot of time on pit road. So I think we'll try to stay up here now for the rest of the race.
Well, talk about the fuel mileage here tonight, because it's not very long. And of course, how these trucks heat up over time.
Yeah, so we're getting about 25 to 30 per tank. So probably going to have another 2 stops here. I might kind of pedal it back a little bit just to stay in the draft and conserve a little fuel. And you never know how these things turn out. Might end up being a fuel mileage race.
Yes, sir. Really, that's what we've been talking about up here, Brandon. All right, we'll let you get back to it, bud. Good luck down there.
Thanks for everything you guys do. Have a good night.
You too. And thank you. All right. Back down there in his with his team, Brandon Freeze. With Downforce Motorsports. Robert Montgomery. Robert Montgomery. I don't know why I said M. Robert Montgomery. Started 11th. He is up front now. He has led 2 laps. Now, you don't get a bonus point for leading a lap, but you get the most points for leading the most laps. And that number 49 machine, I mean, he is up front. Got himself in kind of clean air here. But, man, that draft's going to play very key here tonight.
Yes, it is, Josh. It's having that clean air and trying to stay out of trouble is one of the major keys to running well at Daytona.
Gonna take a look at the sponsor truck here tonight, and the sponsor, Robert Montgomery in the 49 Premier Private Car Service, Toyota. Well, that is a pretty paint. All right. We'll get him going, Logan.
All right, we had our first break in the action. Take a little breather. Looks like the pace car will be pulling off here shortly and get these trucks all wound up about a half a lap and see what they got for us. Pace car is off. And the green flag is out. Here we go.
There we go. What a jump there by Robert Montgomery. Got Andrew Mraz now right behind him. And Andrew, he is one heck of a driver. I get to call his name every week. And Andrew, man, he's a great pusher, and he is a great driver to be pushed. So if you want somebody behind you pushing you, you know, Robert M. Montgomery right now has got that 31 behind him, and he is pushing the daylights out of him.
Yeah, that 31 wouldn't be a bad one to have behind you. He had a very good race going last night before he got involved in an accident in the K&N truck, or in the K&N series.
The K&N truck? I didn't know K&N had a truck. Well, Nolan Neiman. Yeah, we do. Nolan Neiman up front now. Side by side with the 49 of Robert Montgomery. Who's going to lead this lap? It looks like Robert, with the help of Andrew, is going to lead that lap. We don't want to forget about any of the other drivers back here because this is Daytona and anything can go. We want to give everybody enough airtime as we can here. Jeremy Clifton in the 21. Running up high behind the 8 of Alan Hilton. Mason Kane coming from 16th and 12th in that number. Oh, in that number 76. Jade Bell started 21st, currently running in 13th here. Up high behind that 21. Tony Brent in the 228. Coming from 38th up to 16th. He's got the 78 of Jeremy Horn ahead of him. This is coming running back here and around the 15th, 17th position. Hank Caston also running back here with this group in the number 5. Orlando Rivera in the 08. Started 19th. Still kind of running in the 19th spot. You know, kind of running back here where he started. We talk about it each and every lap. We know that the big one could happen at any moment. Of course, we don't want it to, but we know it could. And the way these guys are kind of getting spread out here, I know these guys are trying to find teammates as well. So they're trying to get hooked up with who they can.
Yes, sir. It looks like business is starting to pick up back at the front of the field. The second pack has managed to catch back up to the front. And we'll see what that has to do and see if they can keep it clean in 2x2 and see what moves these guys are going to make.
Andrew P. back here running in the 22nd spot. Made a move to the outside. Now side by side with Zachary White. Jacob Bell in the 77 running back here. We go back here into the field for this little second group of 4 trucks right here. And whoa, somebody's having some issues. The 85 of Andrew Jump having some issues there. The number 12 of Michael Thwaites right up ahead of him. The 92 right up here with them.
Oh, we got a wreck at the front of the field again, Josh.
Oh, no, it is a big one here. Another big one, the 34 of Dalton Cowden, our pole sitter, involved in that. Let's go back here and take a look on the MaxSpeedTV replay on what happened. Dalton Cowden in the 34 is up high, side by side here with the 2. Don't know exactly where it initiated at, but we will see if we can find it here. We are on Dalton. Oh, right there is where it initiated. That would have been the 2 and the 7. So let's go on to the 2 of Brandon Freeze. We'll get a closer look here of that number 2. It looks like the 7 come right up into that number 2. And that shot the number 2 directly up high into the 34. The 8 going to get a piece of it. The 34, the 7, the 61, the 5 going to get involved in that as well. The 5 of Hank Caston going to get in the mix here. He goes for a ride. And then the 34 comes back up on the track. Nobody having really anywhere to go. 69 T-bones the 2. And get a wider shot here. And we can see just what happened. The 24 down there on that low side. The 228 hits the 24. There's a little bit of damage going to come from him. Looks like the 4 involved. A lot of drivers involved in this. It looks like the 77 of... Let's see if I can find the 77 of Jacob Bell. He got it locked down and missed it. And we are back up live here. Lap 41 of 90. All right.
Yeah, That's one of those things. If the bumpers aren't lined up and you go to give the guy in front of you a push, there is a possibility that you can turn them, and anything can happen after that, as you just saw.
Yeah, anything can happen. I know Neiman running up front here. He is our current leader. He's led 2 laps here. Well, let's see who we can have a chitty chat with. How about we talk to somebody running back here? So many people to choose from. So many people to choose from. How about we see if we can talk to the 85 of Andrew Jump? I can find him. All right, Andrew Jump. Josh for the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Andrew, man, currently running in 10th. You started 7th, kind of running where you started. I mean, you're kind of back a few positions, man. But man, talk about the racing down there and how is it going for you?
Oh, it's been pretty easy so far. I've just been trying to stay back and let it kind of work itself out. Sorry about the bad audio. I'm kind of on a laptop tonight, so I'm kind of also racing half blind in a 17-inch monitor.
Oh man, well you're doing a fine job there in that number 85. I mean, I know you've had a moment or two here early on, man. But how's the track feeling? Is there a lot of grip out there?
Oh yeah, it's thick. Wherever you put it, I mean, typical Daytona race. I mean, you can turn it which way. It's not loose at all. That's for sure at nighttime here. It's pretty good.
All right, well we'll let you get back to it, bud. Good luck down there, and man, maybe you can jump your way up to the front here, bud.
I'm gonna try. Thank you very much, sir.
Buddy. All right, coming down from the pipeline, Mike Franklin. The 7 into the 2. That'll be the 7 will receive an EOL here. So, like I said, folks, I get all my information directly from the admin, so I ain't making any of it up. Let's see here who else we could talk to. We can get Cody up here. Cody McFadden. I haven't talked to him in a few races. Cody McFadden, Josh for the booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Cody, man, coming from 33rd up to 14th, man. Talk about the first 42 laps. And what do you expect going in the final half of the race?
Well, kind of all depends on how many cars are left here, but, you know, I got up with a couple people here just running around in the back, just kind of waiting and just, you know, letting them sort themselves out and then try to go for it here at the end.
Well, I know you got a teammate out there, I do believe, Jeff Glockner. You maybe have something going forward?
Yeah, well, he got caught up in that wreck there, so I don't know how fast he's going to be there, but, you know, if I can get with him, absolutely, you know, try to get to the front with him.
All righty, Cody. Well, we'll let you get back to it, bud. You come down pit road, man. We don't want to keep you, man. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Well, let's see here. We're going back up front here, so they are at the 1 to go, so they're going to get lined back up here, Logan.
Yes, sir. The lights are out on the pace car, and we're going to get going here again on lap 44 when they come to take the green.
Nolan Neiman running up front. 67 of William Hartman to his outside. William Hartman coming in doing tonight, only 5 points behind GT Hawkins. GT not having the race he wanted here tonight. Currently running back in the 37th position, several laps down at about 10. Looks like he is getting some damage fixed. Taylor Butcher Benjamin currently running in 10th, third in points, 6 behind William. All right, pace car going to dive off here momentarily. All right, pace car's off and away. Nolan has control of the field. He can go at any point in time. And he is on the loud pedal. We are back underway here for the Extreme Motorsports and 99.com Premier Private Car Service Truck Series, presented by MaxSpeedTV. Josh from Maddock, Logan Keiss in the booth here with you tonight. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the racing here. Kind of a unique start to the race. They got it lined up. Green flag racing. We've had green flag pit stops. We've had just about everything that you could expect at Daytona.
We've had a little bit of everything. It looks like the 15 got a really good jump. He thought about moving up to the outside to block a run and moved right back down in front of his buddy in the 14, and they're making good headway on the bottom line right now.
Jade Bell in the number 14. He got Andrew Mraz in that psychedelic 31. That's what I call it. The 21 right behind him, Jeremy Clifton. And that low line is going. They only got 3 trucks, now 4, as that number 14 of Jade Bell takes it high. Well, they've got now 3 trucks, and this is just how quickly these guys change positions up front here, still side by side, bumper to bumper. The 08 of Orlando Rivera running up front here, started 19th, now up to 7th. Andrew Jump, we just talked to him earlier. He has now jumped his way up into 8th, right behind the 08 of Orlando. The second group is catching them. And Edward Morris Sr., Zachary White, Alan Hilton, Taylor Butcher Benjamin. And then right behind Taylor, you got Mark Hamlin, Michael Thwaites, Mason Kane, kind of in this other group of cars. He is catching the number 12 of Michael, Jacob Bell, running back here in 16th.
Yeah, we've had a couple of quick cautions. I know if I was on the track, I would be wanting to try to get in line and try to ride out, a little bit left of this race and try to get some more green flag pit stops in and get with my guys that I'm running with and try to get up front and stay there and drive away from the rest of the field.
As we take a look back here in around the 19th position, you got another group back here, the 39 of Dwayne Dunn, the 48 of Curtis Vollmer, the 64 of Cody McFadden, the 91 of Blair Patterson in the mix here. Lee Overton running up here with these guys. Lee does have some damage on that 61. I do not know how it is affecting him, but it looks like it may be affecting him just a little bit as he is having some issues getting up to that 91 of Blair Patterson right now. So Lee may be a little bit under power here, and that damage on that rear end there, it may be affecting that downforce, that spoiler to push that back of the truck down. Not being able to catch the draft of that 91. So the second group right here, and this big group has gotten a little bit bigger as they come around the number 5 and the 34 of Dalton Cowden. These leaders coming around onto the inside, and the 5 of Hank Caston.
Yeah, this is looking like the calm before the storm. Everybody's trying to just ride around. We've got a couple guys, 31 of Andrew Mraz trying to make some moves with the 14 of Jade Bell, and they've got another one behind them, and everybody's just trying to make some moves and try to improve their position, and we'll see what happens, man. It gets a little dicey.
Yeah, I talk about week in, week out, Logan, in the trucks, as the fuel runs out, it lightens up the truck. And the fuel, I believe, sets kind of the back area of the truck. So that weight helps, lower that truck down a little bit. That when the fuel runs off, it lightens it back up. So that back end, man,
it comes around quick. That fuel, you don't really think of it. It keeps traction to those rear wheels really well when it's full, and when it gets about under a half tank or to a quarter tank, it loosens the truck up a lot.
Oh, the 31 pushed the 14 to the lead, and then now the 31 just drops it low. I didn't know if the 31 expected maybe the 14 go low with him or what, but now the 31 of Andrew Mraz running up front here ahead of the 67 of William Hartman. Williams going to go high. And Williams got help out there. He has got the 15. And as the 15 of Nolan Neiman catches William, these other guys are going to catch Andrew Mraz, and both the 15 of Nolan and the 67 of William Hartman, both of these gentlemen go low right in front of the 31 of Andrew Mraz.
Yeah, the 31 of Andrew Mraz has been working with whoever he can to try to get up to the front. He took his chance right there, and you know, drivers have a memory like an elephant. They don't forget anything when it comes to what someone may have done or what they choose to do or not do when you're running with them.
Yeah, and you know, we that's always in the back of their minds as well, but you know, the rules in play of intentional wrecking somebody, you know, and that does play a factor in iRacing. You know, people go out and they intentional wreck because they think it may be a game. Let me tell you, folks, from experience, Logan, you can speak as well. This is not a game.
Oh no, this is serious stuff right here. It's as close as it gets, and when someone throws a huge block on you like 31 just did on the outside line and kind of slowed that momentum down, it doesn't make you happy when you're the person right behind him.
Yeah, it's for sure, for sure. Well, Jade Bell going back to 8th here after leading 2 laps, running up front. And we may be coming up on maybe some pit stops here pretty soon. I know these guys have only been out here at about 11 or so laps, but we're at lap 51 of 90. So we're at, you know, the 40 to go, 39 to go here already.
Yeah, we're picking them up and putting them down. It looks like the 88 of Taylor Butcher Benjamin has actually got his damage fixed up a little bit. He's running inside the top 6. Damage doesn't look to be affecting him too bad. He seems to be able to pull up to the truck in front of him. Well, it'll be interesting to see if he manages to get to the front, what that truck does out in front of people.
As we take a look at that PremierPrivateCar.com there. Oh, the 08, we've seen that here as we got a closer view here of the damage on that 88, that 08 of Orlando Rivera. I don't know if Orlando was going to try to come down or not, realize the 88 was there. He backed out of it pretty quickly. He stayed on that high side line. Now Taylor is going to make the try to make the pass on that 08. He will complete it, but there is damage on that 88, and we can see it here looking at that Toyota Tundra. It doesn't look like it's affecting him any at all, but he's going to have to be careful because it is in that radiator area, and if there is any damage to that portion of it, it can affect the heat.
Yeah, he's going to have to be careful in behind somebody. If any of that radiator opening and that grill is blocked, it'll heat up even quicker than we talked about earlier, and he'll have to really get out of the throttle, get some air, duck out, and try to cool that engine off.
All right, well, we're going to be coming to lap number 54 here. Everybody looks like pretty much single file here. It looks like we got a driver that blinked out there. That would have been the number 1 of Zachary White, but he is back. Jeremy Clifton. Now we are single file here up front for the most part. And these guys trying to get around some of the lap cars out there. Blair Patterson in the 91 is still running with this. Oh, excuse me, running with this group back here. Dwayne Dunn and company. Gonna be interesting.
Maybe some green flag pit stops coming up. Everybody's getting in order, trying to make sure everybody can get down and get back out of pit road together.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, we may see some green flag, another run of green flag pit stops here. And it looks like William Martin in the 37 down pit road. Casey Duncan in the number 7 down pit road. So a couple of drivers, you know, that are a couple of laps down have come down pit road.
You know, another thing I want to mention on is when the lead pack gets single file, they've learned from earlier in the race when they try to go double wide past the lap car. It's a whole heck of a lot easier to get by them when everybody's in one single file line. There's a lot more track to work with, and maybe these guys have learned from experience in the past earlier in the race, and they're just trying to get in the straight line and make it a little easier for everybody to get past the lap cars as well.
And it could be. You know, these guys, a lot of these guys have raced together for many, many years. You know, they started with Extreme, or they came over to Extreme, and they've been with Extreme. You know, so a lot of these guys have a lot of experience racing around other drivers, you know, or racing around certain drivers. you know, as you go up into the tiers here for Extreme, you got your K&N, you got your trucks, you got your Xfinity. You know, you race around other drivers that you're going to get to know over time. Now, the way you get into the Cup Series here for Extreme is they only recruit within Extreme to race in their Cup Series. So they don't, like, I can't apply for their Cup Series and race in Cup. That's not going to happen. They don't do that. You have to race. They want you to get the experience of racing with everybody. That way, when you step up into the Cup Series, you're already familiar with it, and you know who you can and can't race hard or passively aggressive to. You know, they have, I mean, that right there just shows that the Cup Series is their top tier, the same as real NASCAR.
Yes, sir. Hey, back here on the track, business is picking up. The 31 of Andrew Mraz and the 88 of Taylor Butcher Benjamin are making some moves. They got 3 trucks on the outside line.
Oh, we've been on this front
move towards the front.
Now we've been on this on this front pack here, watching it as they did get double fouled here, and for a moment there, I thought that 67 was going to shoot down pit road there, but they didn't. So it looks like we're going to go another round here as they go 2 by 2 by 2. Going to be interesting to see who jumps out on that outside line. Alan Hilton coming from started in 5th, currently running in 9th back here. This is this front pack. Let's go back here, kind of to the other packs of cars here. Michael Brecht, Jacob Bell running here together. Looks like the 92 of, Michael Brecht. The 77, Mason Kane running right here in the 76. I knew I was missing somebody. I knew there was 3 cars and not 2. Michael Thwaites just right up ahead of him. Chris Seidenfaden currently 1 lap down here. He just made a pass on the 61 of Lee Overton. Now the drivers that are 1 lap down, have a potential, they're battling for that lucky dog. They're battling for position as well. Chris Seidenfaden now up to 22nd. Lee back to 23rd. Blair Patterson also 1 lap down in the number 91. He is also 1 lap down. So, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, all battling for that lucky dog position as they come around the 78 of Jeremy Horn to put Jeremy a lap down. Now he is going to be in that lucky dog position.
Yeah, everybody looks like they got back single file. Notice they were coming up on some lap cars. It was much easier that time as well getting by them, and they're already coming to get double wide up here again at the front, trying to get back the spots they lost, getting back in line.
All right, these guys are killing it up front here. Well, 30, we'll have 30 laps to go this time by. Oh, man, really, really close there between Andrew Mraz and the 08 of Orlando Rivera. And now the number 1 and the 31 go side by side here. At 31, picking up the side draft off these trucks.
Yes, he is. He's making it work out there by himself. He's got some help coming about 2 rows back. It's going to be hard to stay there for long.
21 of Jeremy Clifton trying to get up there as well behind that 31. 49 of Robert Montgomery, Taylor Butcher Benjamin right back here together. I do want to go down through the drivers that have taken their car behind the wall here. It looks like Brandon Freeze has taken his car behind the wall. Tony Brandt, Justin Boyles, Jason Eisenhower, Jeremy Rigney, James Thorndike, and it looks like Cody Fabianic has also taken his car behind the wall as well, from what I can see. Cody McFadden currently running back here in 19th. He is right behind the 48 of Curtis Vollmer, last week's winner. Curtis currently running in 18th here.
Oh, we got a wreck at the front of the field, Josh.
Oh, no, a wreck in the front of the field. The 67, I believe that was.
67 and the 31. The 31's been working that side draft for the last couple laps.
Oh, no. All right, well, let's go back and take a look here. That side draft. We see the 31 of Andrew Mraz. We have got a close view of Andrew here. As he comes up on the 67. Oh, right there. Yes, it was. 31 of Andrew Mraz on that high side. The 67 of... That was our leader, William... No, 67. Man.
William Hartman.
William Hartman in the 67. Yeah, I know it was a William. So, William Hartman. Oh, and William goes hard into that outside wall. And that... Oh, man, heavy damage to the 31. It looks like the 21 is just barely going to scrape by here. We're going to get a wider view here, but the 21 barely scraped by. Everybody going to go low to dodge this. The 31 of Andrew Mraz going to have some heavy damage. It looks like his engine is blown. We go back here to William Hartman. And I don't know, William up front leading 16 laps, and it looks like William Hartman's engine is gone as well. So back on pit road, back up live here. We'll wait for confirmation from the admins, but it looks like everybody going to come down pit road here.
Yeah, I bet everybody's going to be coming down pit road. Looks like the window is just about open to make it to the end on fuel from here, Josh.
Oh, it's going to be close. They're going to get probably the one to go at about 60, coming to 67 probably. So you'll have about 23 or so laps left, roughly.
23 laps, and we don't want to rule out the fact there may be another caution. You know, anything can happen at Daytona, kind of closing laps especially.
Yes, sirree. Now we're going to go back live here, back up front. Nolan Neiman going to be the first one off of pit road here. So he is going to take that position. Orlando Rivera going to be second. Zachary White third. Taylor fourth. And Jeremy Clifton going to be in that fifth spot. Alan Hilton sixth. Michael Thwaite seventh. Robert Montgomery eighth. Jacob Bell ninth. And Edward Moore Sr. in 10th. That's going to round out the top 10 off of pit road. So let's see. If we can talk to Andrew. Andrew, got a copy, bud? Oh, I can't hear you.
Oh, no. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now, Andrew, man. Well, you're coming in tonight as a standby driver, you know, trying to get the feel for it, man. What's it like down there, buddy?
Well, you know, it's pretty good. Truth be told, I'm pretty much out of this race. I got moderate engine damage. I'm really just trying to float on by, see how many more laps I can get out of the car before I have to bring it into the pit for the night. But, you know, it's going well. Everyone's real friendly and having a good time.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, you know, it's you know, you're doing what you can, man. Standby driver, you're coming in Daytona, big field. How's the track feeling for you before you got all that damage? Was it, you know, was there a lot of grip?
Yeah, I mean, not so much. I mean, really, that wreck that happened like 20 laps ago, kind of like, I really can't get it past 160 miles an hour at this point. So, grip's not so much of an issue. When I was racing it before, though, it was a little loose. I think I actually spun out once, but I managed to save it. So, a little bit loose on my end.
All right. Well, you know, it's different for each individual driver. So, but hey, man, good luck out there, bud. Don't give up. You know, it's Daytona. Anything can happen, man. You're out there still running it. If it'll go, go. And that's what you're doing, man. Good luck.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
Uh-huh. All right, coming down from the admins, Logan, the 15 into the 31. There was netcode involved.
Yeah, unfortunately, netcode is something we deal with being an online-based service.
Yep. Everybody has different connections. I've been part of it. I've been part of the whole netcode ordeal as well. So KC Duncan. KC, I don't know. KC currently running back here. He is still sitting on pit road. I believe he might have had some maybe some engine damage that was required, and he's still currently sitting on pit road. He's been there for about 11 minutes. So, you know, we're dwindling down the laps here. We're going to be coming to lap 67 when they get the green flag.
Yeah, there will be about 23 laps to go. Everybody might be able to make it the rest of the way on fuel. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see how these guys are going to run the trucks, how hard they're going to run them, and how much fuel they'll actually be able to save, and see if they can make it the rest of the way on fuel.
All right, Nolan Neiman up front. Orlando Rivera in the 08 on the outside. Zachary Watt in third. Taylor Butcher Benjamin started on the outside row here, currently running in fourth. Jeremy Clifton in fifth, started fourth, currently fifth. All these guys up front here, all the way back, I would say, you know, even Lee Overton. Well, even, you know, Jeff Glockner. You know, these guys that are 3 laps down, I can't count out any of these other drivers here. We spoke of it yesterday, Logan. We'll speak of it again tonight. You know, you have been several laps down, and this wasn't just too long ago. And you managed to finish in the top 10 on the lead lap.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the more prouder races that I've been able to run here on iRacing, to be able to come back from that many laps down and power through and finish in the top 10 on the lead lap.
Anything is possible. I mean, this is iRacing. Get him going.
All right, pace car is off. Leader is in control of the field, and the green flag is out. The 15 got a really good jump here on the restart. We'll see what the trucks do behind him.
Well, looks like Taylor ain't going to waste no time. He's going to dive it low.
Yeah, everybody's trying to find a place to get in line.
Well, they just left Orlando Rivera on that outside all by his lonesome.
Oh, that is not the place you want to be. There or out by in the middle is the sucker hole, man. You don't want to be out by yourself or in the middle. It's 3 wide for sure.
No, it looks like all these other cars, though, or trucks in this case, they're going to go single file here, coming to lap 68. Andrew jumped his way all the way up here. Started 7th. He is now currently running in 9th. Mark Hamlin started in 9th. He is trying to find his way back up front here. Currently running in 13th. Jeremy Horn in the 78 leading a second group back here. 77 of Jacob Bell. Edward Moore Sr. Dwayne Dunn. Curtis Vollmer started 34th. He is back here running with this group. And the 64 of Cody McFadden in that group. Blair Patterson running up with this front pack here in the 91. He's going to be coming up on the 92 on the outside here. Michael Breck on the lead lap. Blair Patterson just 1 lap down.
Here comes the 88. Gosh, he's got a full head of steam on the outside. He's got about 3 trucks behind him, too, and another one coming from the back. It looks like he's pushed up into the lead.
Yes, he is. Taylor up front here momentarily. They're going to have to figure out behind him, though, to get him a-going. Because that low line now is got that run coming out of the corner, and they're getting a little squirrely back here.
They've had a few moments the last lap and a half, Josh. It's been fun to watch.
Michael Thwaites in the mix here. The number 12 on the high side. Well, that's allowed Andrew Jump to get up just a couple of more positions. We're going to have to keep an eye on this front pack really close.
Business is picking up, Josh.
Yep. Lap number 70 of 90. One more lap to go. We will be at the 20 to go mark here. Winding them down.
Yes, we are. The 88 still trying to work hard on the outside, trying to get back up to the front. I think he's going to need a little more help to get up there and stay up there, but he certainly has a strong truck here tonight.
Yes, he does. Taylor, Butcher, Benjamin, like we said earlier, sitting in third in points. Taylor out here running with these guys. Now, he is not part of like a team for points in the trucks. The truck drivers for I believe it's Maverick. Yeah, Maverick Motorsports is GT Hawkins and Doug Blackman, if I'm looking at this correctly. Hang on just a minute. Yep. GT Hawkins and Doug Blackman. Make sure.
The top line's starting to get a little more organized. They're up to about 5 trucks now. People from the back and the bottom line figuring, hey, I want to get up there and lead some laps too, man. They are side by side going to turn 1 for the first time here in a while up front.
I was right. GT Hawkins and Doug Blackman. Yeah, it's going to get wild here. 19 to go. We are under the 20 to go mark here. And Robert A. Montgomery in that 49 running up here. Lando Rivera, Jeremy Clifton. Man, these guys are all really, really close. Well, is there enough laps for the second group here? The 39 of Dwayne Dunn, Curtis Vollmer, Cody McFadden, Jacob Bell, the 78 of Jeremy Horn, and Edward Morris Sr. to catch up to him. As we take a look at the gap from the leader here, gap to leader, we're back here with Edward Morris Sr. Now Curtis Vollmer, the 48, 39 of Dwayne Dunn, about 4 seconds back, it looks like. This is that second group.
Yeah, they're going to need some help. They're going to need the guys up front to all get side by side. But they're doing a good job back there, staying in line and making some good speed. And they'll pick them up and put them down. We'll see if they can't catch them before this thing's over.
Yeah, and you know, we do have green-white checkers here. We got 4. I didn't go over that earlier with you, but it is the same as it was last night. So 4 GWC attempts, if it comes down to it. We don't know. You know, if the leader takes the white flag and then the big one happens, well, it's over. You know. Well, look at Taylor, damage and all, running up front.
Yeah, he worked really hard on the outside line, got a good run coming off of turn 4 and ducked it right down in front of the 14 of Jade Bell and has been on the front of that inside line ever since. It does look like the top groove is starting to get a little more organized than the bottom line. And they're starting to pick some more speed up as they go by lap traffic here.
As they come around the 24, Jeff Glockner. And the 27 of, I believe that is Darren Bruce. Yes. Darren Bruce right here, running back here.
We got a big wreck. Oh, the 08.
Oh! No! Yeah, it is several drivers involved in that. We're going to go back here and take a look at it on the MaxSpeedTV replay to see what happens as we were taking a look back toward the field as they were, getting around the lap cars. So we're going to go back here and take a look at what happened here. Now, we're going to see them coming up on Jeff Glockner and Darren Bruce here. We're going to be on Taylor Butcher Benjamin, who is running up front here. The 15 right behind him. The 21 onto the outside. And I believe it was might have been a product of being pushed as they come into the corner. Oh, right here. Well, Orlando Rivera on that outside. I think he kind of might have overcorrected it on how far down he was going, because that 08 comes right into the 88, and that sends the 15 as well up into the 14, the 14 into the 08, the 88 involved, the 91, the 1. It looks like the 49 going to get a piece of it as well. The 91 into the 35. So let's see here if we can find the 35 of Chris Seidenfaden here. As you can
I think about the only one up front that didn't manage to get a piece of that was our leader in the number 21.
Oh, man. That number 16 goes for a ride and a half here. Jeremy Clifton running up front. As we go back live here, it looks like Jeremy coming down pit road. Nolan, Robert Montgomery coming down pit road. Looks like Robert does have a little bit of front end damage to his truck. Oh, 14 laps to go.
That is a really unfortunate thing to happen. I think maybe the 08 had a little less fuel in the rear end. That's one of the things we were talking about earlier. When there's less fuel in the rear, the traction sort of goes away on the rear tires, and it's easy to lose the rear end, and all you got to do is try to chase it, and it's bad, man.
Yep, it just breaks loose on you, and by the time you try to correct it, the damage has already been done. Coming out from the pipeline, Mike Franklin, the 08 into the 88. We've seen it on the replay, but of course, that's just the replay. But the 08, it did go into the 88. The 08 will receive an EOL here tonight. The 08 of Orlando Rivera. Orlando, heavy damage coming to that 08 machine. And we are back live and up front here. Now it looks like Dwayne Dunn started 35th. Man, look at Dwayne. Dwayne Dunn started 35th, running up front. Curtis Vollmer in second. Cody McFadden third. Let's see. Well, Dwayne Dunn has stayed out.
Maybe he's one of the guys that thinks he's got enough fuel to make it to the end with a little help from this caution right here.
It might be. We don't know. Dwayne Dunn staying out. Looks like Curtis Vollmer going to stay out. Cody McFadden as well going to stay out. So the top four actually going to stay out. Jeremy Horn in the 78. So see if we can get. I don't know. I think he was involved in that wreck. Oh, he's right there. Nolan Neiman, Josh for the booth, got a copy, buddy?
Yep.
Well, Nolan, man, I see there is some damage to the number 15 there. We got 13 laps to go. Probably have about 11 when we get the green flag. Is that damage going to affect you any, or do you know?
We're going to find out. Checker flag or steering wheel?
Checkered flag or steering wheel. Well, what's it going to take to get it back up there?
Well, just kind of make your moves precisely and hope to stay out of any more trouble. And hopefully I'm not down too much on power. We'll see.
All right, well, you led 16 laps here, bud. The race is not over yet, man. Good luck.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. All right, let's see if we can get another driver up here real quick. Dwayne Dunn, Josh for the booth, got a copy?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Dwayne, man, electing to stay out here in that number 39. Coming down to the wire, what's it going to take to get that truck and maybe some of the teammates up there with you?
Well, yeah, we already got some teammates up here and been working together all this time, man. I don't think tires really make a big difference. Now it's time to go. Let's give it what you got and see where you end up.
You got Curtis Vollmer in the 48. It looks like going to be starting there with you. So, you know, talking about teammates. Going to come down to the wire here, but you got a game plan going forward. You don't have to go into detail, of course.
Main thing is just stay together till it matters. You know, we teammates, but we'll race each other for the win, but we got to get to that point before we worry about that, right?
Yeah, you got that right, Dwayne. All right, buddy. Well, we're going to let you get back to it, man. Good luck down there, Ben.
All right, thanks, sir.
All right, Dwayne Dunn for Samson Motorsports. Chris Seidenfaden, Garrett Grant, Curtis Vollmer, Tyler Hallman, and Bobby Tinge all for Samson Motorsports. And right up front, we do have Samson Motorsports up here with Dwayne Dunn and Curtis Vollmer running 1 and 2.
It's always nice to have your teammate running up front with you when you can have them. It's a real nice security blanket to know that you're going to have help no matter what way you decide to go, whether it be inside or outside.
Cody McFadden for Performance Motorsports running right behind the 48. But Jeremy Horn running up here. Jeremy Horn taking over Michael Gant. All right, the green flag is back out. Coming to lap number 11. 11 to go in lap number 11. 11 to go.
Oh, we got one wreck spinning out in the back.
Oh,
no.
Yeah, we have a big wreck back here.
No caution yet.
No caution yet. Robert Montgomery involved in this. It looks like we've got some engines going. As well, the 35 engine pop. We'll go back here and take a look at what happened here as well. Still under green flag. But we will check here and kind of see what happened. It looks like Robert M. Montgomery. I don't know why I keep doing that. Robert Montgomery. Oh, right there is where it happened at. There was no caution, because everybody was off of the racing surface, but the 42 and the 49, there was contact made between these two. That sent the 49 off the racetrack, the 42 up on to the racetrack, and then that is when it transpired from there. So no caution. As we go back live up front here with 10 laps to go. Dwayne Dunn, Curtis Vollmer, Cody McFadden, Mason Kane, Jacob Bell, Jeremy Clifton now. We go back here and check on the 21. Now side by side with the 77. The 35 of Chris Seidenfaden coming down pit road, engine blown. I believe that was the 35. I was the 34, my bad. 34 of Dalton Cowden. From a distance, it's hard to tell the numbers. You know, if it's 34, 35, it's really hard to tell whose vehicle it is.
Yeah, Josh, the two Samson teammates did a very good job getting in line together, and they're controlling the front pack as of right now, and they got a little bit of a run coming from some trucks on the outside line. They're going to do what they need to do to stay out in front.
Well, we are under the 10 to go mark here. 10 laps left. I expect some blocking going on.
Oh, yeah, we are inside. It is go time inside of 10 laps.
All right, well, the 64 coming up on the 48. The 76 going to drop it back behind the 64 of Cody McFadden. But the 39 and the 48, 1-2, Samson Motorsports. And we heard it from Dwayne Dunn. You know, Curtis and Dwayne, they may be teammates, but they're going to race for the win.
That's the plan. Is when you're on a team, is you guys try to control the race down to the end, and then, woo, man, what a moment there.
Oh, that was really, really close. The 48 of Curtis Vollmer, he almost made a big boo-boo.
That was a great save.
Oh, man. Well, the 76 to 77 get hooked up onto the outside. Mason Kane, Jacob Bell. Mason Kane, Jacob. Yeah, Mason Kane, Jacob Bell for Jacob Bell Racing. Now, they're not going for team points here this season. However, they are still going for that individual championship, and no doubt they're going to try to help one another for that, and you're going to try to get some guys into the chase as well as we go side by side, coming to 6 to go. Make your trucks wide, folks. Oh, Jacob Bell blinked out there. All right.
Yes, he did. I saw that too.
Oh, the 21.
Oh, man.
Oh, the 21 of Jeremy Clifton. That was Jeremy.
One heck of a save there too.
Yeah, man, what a save.
And everybody behind him did a really good job of giving him enough space to make sure he could collect it.
Yeah,
so they didn't all wreck.
Now we're going to be coming to 5 to go here. Now, if you're going to make moves, when do you make your moves? When do you make your moves?
Gosh, coming out of turn 4, a lot of people have different preferences. I like to make a move coming out of turn 4 when I know that he can't get back by me, but a lot of people like to make a move out of turn 2 as well and get there and try to keep them behind you coming down to the start-finish line.
Oh, man. Oh, man. All right, well, some of the drivers are back out onto the track. Casey Duncan, Douglas Carlson, Rick Donathan Sr., G.T. Hawkins, Andrew P. It looks like still some drivers out, sitting on pit road here. 5 laps remaining. The 39-48 still running strong up front here. That's 76, though. Mason Kane still on that outside. Alan Hilton, Andrew Jump, Michael Breck. Can't count out any of these guys running up here either. And you can't count out the 78 of Jeremy Horn or Edward Moore Sr., any of these guys either, because something happens up front. And these guys back there could win it.
Oh, absolutely. We've been talking about it all night. Anything can and will happen.
But Curtis Vollmer has never finished a super speedway race with Extreme Motorsports and 99.com. I was informed of that tonight, and I won't want to say anything early, so I'm going to go ahead and say it now. Curtis Vollmer running in 3rd place, started 34th, and he was wanting to finish a super speedway race, and what a way to do it if he could grab the win here tonight.
That would be one way to come out in style. Grabbing the win.
Man, 30 to go. Wow, 3 to go. I don't know what's wrong with me tonight. I cannot talk. 3 to go here as they come around turn 3 and 4 side by side. 76 of Mason Kane still on the outside. Dwayne Dunn, the 39 on the inside, and the 48 right behind him. Jacob Bell, Cody McFadden, Alan Hilton, Jeremy Clifton, Andrew Jump, all right here together. Michael Thwaites as well. And 2 to go.
On the outside did a really good job of weathering the storm. They had a bunch of guys fall off behind them. They were stuck outside by themselves. Everybody decided, hey, let's jump back up on the outside line and see if we can't make some moves. And here they come, coming to challenge the lead of the 39 of Dwayne Dunn coming down the backstretch in turn 3.
Yeah, they are screaming trucks 193 miles an hour. And we're going to be driving the white flag this time by. Can these leaders make it to the line to grab the white flag? Well, we're coming through the tri-oval here, so guess what? White flag in the air, 1 to go, cautions no more.
No holds barred. Here comes the Samson Motorsports team on the inside line, and everybody else wants to try to get around them here coming out of turn 2, Josh.
Oh, man, yeah, we're going to really have to see what goes on here. The 39 of Dwayne Dunn on the inside. Curtis Vollmer right behind him. The 64 of Cody McFadden and the 12 of Michael Thwaites all on that inside line. The 76 on the high side of Mason Kane. Oh, no, and there is a big wreck, and I don't know what just happened there.
In the world.
But that is going to put Andrew Jump as your winner here tonight, coming to the line, and I don't know what happened. We're going to go back here and take a look at this. Here on the MaxSpeedTV replay, we're going to be down here on the leaders here, Curtis Vollmer and Dwayne Dunn. Now, I want to take a very good look at this here. We'll go with a chopper cam here. And I need to find our leader, the 39 of Dwayne Dunn. So we're going to be on a chopper here. It's kind of a far view. Oh, right here is where it initiated. They came up on the 24.
Of Jeff Glockner and the 69 looked like they got into it in front of the field coming down the backstretch. And I think that is what started everything, and it put a truck in the middle of the track with nowhere to go for the rest of the field.
Oh, man. All right, well, we're going to take a look at it here. Now, we do see the 69 here. Yeah, right here was the contact between the 24 and the 69. So, right here, contact was made. That sent the 24 into the outside wall. And the 24 smoking. He comes down, and the 39 just nowhere to go. And that right there, that just piled them up right here.
That junked a whole bunch of trucks.
Yeah,
into the checkered flag.
It sure did. And Andrew Jump squeezed through all that. And Andrew Jump going to be your winner here tonight. We are going to, go ahead and, I'm going to let it do the replay here. We'll let him do his burnouts for everybody that wants to see it. Like I said, we are under replay here. We, wanted to go back and take a look at what happened there. But Andrew Jump going to finish in first, Alan Hilton in second, and Jeremy Clifton is going to round out your top 3 here tonight. Michael Thwaites fourth, and Michael Brecht is going to round out the top 5. So give me just a few minutes, folks. I will see if I can get the top 3 down here. So don't go anywhere. Alrighty, back live here on MaxSpeedTV. I have caught up with third place here, Jeremy Clifton. Jeremy, did you get a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Jeremy Clifton, man, what a race. Daytona here tonight, 90 laps in the trucks, man. Talk about, of course, going all the way back, qualifying, drivers meeting, all that stuff. Y'all have that every week. That was a unique start to the race here tonight. Talk about that, and then once everything got going, it was going.
Yeah, we as a team decided that we were gonna not grid up so we could start in the back and kind of ride around because we knew it would get a little hectic, and so I'm not sure what ended up happening, why that caused the field to bunch up or not grid right, but yeah, it was a good race. We got a few green flag pit stops in. We were going to be close on fuel there for a minute, and then we got that caution, and then the end of the race, I don't even know how to explain that.
Well, and I don't either. Being just the broadcaster, I don't know. I don't know. I know there was a wreck there at the end. I do know that, and then something happened. Somebody was there. I don't know. I don't control that. That is not me. But you were in a kind of the right spot, so to speak. To get across the line to finish third here tonight, man. Talk about just what had happened there. How did you manage to squeeze through whatever transpired down there on the track?
Yeah, I'm not sure. All I saw was lap cars coming, and I was going to take it through. I had my teammate Alan behind me, and I was going to take it 3 wide, try to get the best position I could get, and I saw lap cars kind of wrecking in front of us, and the 39 over race chat was saying, go high, go high, go high, and I don't know why he came down in front of them, but I mean, he took out the first 5 cars, and I just slid through the middle somehow and kept it going. I mean, the good Lord was watching after me.
Yeah, hey man, it is what it is, bud. Man, hey, you finished third here tonight, and yeah, I mean things happen so quickly at Daytona. I mean, what was going through your mind when you seen that? It was like, you had to react really quick.
Yeah. Once I saw the 39, I saw the car coming up and he wasn't moving. It was kind of just point and go. I mean, I picked the lane, and luckily it seemed to be the right one. I thought I was going to come right through the middle of them, but I got hit just a little bit and was able to basically drift around 3 and 4 and pass the 12 coming to the line. So,
all right, well, you talked about the fuel. Fuel laps tonight was around. I had it at 20 to 25. How much fuel did you have when you crossed the line there?
I'm not even sure, to be honest with you. I know I came down, took 2, and I believe I got like 4 gallons of fuel. So I just put a little bit extra in there, so just in case we had a green, white, checkered. And but I'm not sure how much fuel I actually had left.
Okay. Well, teammates finishing 1, 2, 3 here tonight. Jeremy, talk about the teamwork that it took tonight here at Daytona.
Well, we were working together better than expected, I think. Few of our teammates got caught up in some wrecks, and then it was kind of, I'm looking at the replay right now, it was me, the 8 and the 85 are basically in the back, and we all went to the front when all that wrecking happened. So I can't thank Performance guys enough for sticking with me and pushing me and me pushing them. So it was a good race though.
All right, Jeremy. Well, Dover next week in the trucks, the Monster Mile. Too tough to tame, man. What do you think about Dover?
I actually really like Dover. I finally got a little good handle on it. It can be a loose at times, but you just got to know how to drive it. And I picked up on it pretty good last season in the K&N car, so I'm hoping that goes over in this thing.
All right, Jeremy. Well, we won't keep you here, buddy. We'll let you go celebrate, man. A thought shout-out you want to give before you go celebrate?
Yeah. Want to give a big shout-out to GTR for the sponsorship again this year. If you guys are looking for a good racing setup, check out GTR Simulator because they are awesome. And Performance Motorsports, heck of a team. That's all I can say.
All righty, Jeremy, we'll let you get back to it, bud, and go celebrate the third place finish here tonight. But really, for the team, it was a win because 1, 2, 3, man. So go celebrate.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Uh-huh. All right, well, that'll bring us to our second place here. Finisher here tonight, of course, part of Performance Motorsports as well. Alan Hilton. Alan, got a copy?
Yes, sir, I got you.
Well, Alan, you started up front, toward the front, started in fourth here tonight. Wait a minute. I did not click over there. Started in fifth, so close enough. You started in fifth, finished second here tonight. Things kind of went back and forth. Then everything got going. Green flag pit stops out here tonight, man. But talk about your racing down there, because what we see up here in the booth is totally different from what you guys see and do on the track.
And it was all about strategy tonight. And of course, I've got lucky and avoided about 3 wrecks there. And team owner Darren up in the booth, he was calling a great race for us. Luckily, we came out of here 1, 2, 3 finish. Congrats to my buddy Andrew. That victory.
Well, teamwork, big factor here. Working together, making calls, because fuel. The fuel run was really 20, 25, 25, 30, somewhere around in there. So those green flag pit stops really played a key on when to pit, how to pit, get in, get out. What was going through your mind during those green flag pit stops?
Yeah, they were hectic. We made a few calls coming in off cycle, and we actually didn't grid. We stayed out first. We stayed on the pits for the first flag. So we were just trying something different, and out in our favor.
All right. Well, you managed. You didn't lead a lap here tonight, but hey, 1, 2, 3 finish for the team, man. You got Dover next week, going from a 2.5 mile super speedway to Dover, straight 1 mile. And talk about the monster mile.
Yeah, you definitely need talent for that track. Hopefully, getting some good practice this week. Work with the guys. Go from there.
All right, Alan. Well, congratulations on your win, your second place finish. Basically, a win, for the team here tonight. 1, 2, 3. Any thoughts, shout outs you want to give before you go celebrate with your team?
Thank you for broadcasting tonight. You guys do an excellent job. Thank you, Rick, Darren, our team owner, and all my teammates. Good job, guys.
All right, Alan. Well, we'll see you next week back here. Same broadcast, MaxSpeedTV, different track, the Monster Mile of Dover, man.
10-4, we'll see you.
Uh-huh. Well, all right, that is going to bring us to our winner here tonight. I don't even know if Andrew knows how in the world he managed to get through that, but our winner here tonight is going to be Andrew Jump. Andrew, do you got a copy?
Yeah.
Well, Andrew, man, talk about the race out here tonight. I know we talked to you, earlier in the race, and of course, you did have some damage. We were kind of worried that damage was affecting you any. Was that damage, of course, affecting you any at all?
Yeah. I mean, the truck definitely seemed to be a little bit slow to pick up the draft, and then once they got going, I mean, right there at the end, I had lifted a little bit too much, and it was starting to come back up to them going down there, and then the big old pileup happened, and somehow I wound up the first on the other side, I guess.
Well, things happen so quickly, Andrew. What did you see coming up on it?
I don't know. There was a white truck that was spinning in front of me, and then I hit the back end of a black truck on the brakes, and then it all kind of cleared out. I mean, it was there and gone in a second.
Man, well, awesome racing. Not only you, but, from everybody out there. Performance Motorsports 1, 2, 3 here tonight, man. But green flag pit stops here at Daytona. Talk about the strategy that you and the rest of the guys had to play out.
Yeah, we were trying to hang out in the back in the beginning and just try to run, and that all kind of got jumbled around due to the start there. And the big thing was just be patient and don't push in the beginning. Just it'll come to you, and it eventually did for all of us.
All right. Well, hey, man. Go ahead.
Oh, most of us. I guess there was a few casualties in there. But for the most part, it was good. And can't just thank everybody that was around and helped.
All right. Well, Andrew, man, gonna grab a win here tonight, man. Now, you didn't come into tonight, in the top 12. However, you're going to pick up some positions here going forward. Now, what's going through your mind knowing that this regular season is winding down? Now only 4 races left in the regular season.
Yeah, I kind of got out of the whole points business in the beginning due to my, I've been traveling for work. So I've been missing a couple of Tuesday races. I had been away from home and I hadn't been bringing a wheel or a laptop with me. So, if I can get up there, I can. But I'm more focused on the K&N Extreme side. And that's where I just try to put my focus to because that's where I have the most time at.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Andrew, man, congratulations on your win here tonight in the Truck Series. You got Dover next week, the Monster Mile. Talk about Dover.
Oh, it's going to be fun. I don't know. The Dover... I'm trying to remember what so it'll be interesting. Not my favorite, but not my worst.
All right, Andrew. Well, we're not going to keep you, bud. Congratulations on your win here tonight. Thought shout out you want to give before you go celebrate?
Yeah, thanks for Extreme and the other teammates that were out of the race and helping spot at the end and everything else.
All right, Andrew.
And everybody else. And all the sponsors and everybody else that supports the league so we can do it.
All right. Well, without the sponsors, it would not be possible. So we're not going to keep you here, Andrew. We're going to let you go celebrate, bud. We'll see you next week at Dover, hopefully.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Well, our winner here tonight, Andrew Jump, man, that was an amazing finish. I do not know how he snuck through that, but he did. So we can't take he got the win. He got it the way he needed to do it. So that is what it is. All righty, folks, we're going to get down here on the final results here real quick. So grabbing the win here tonight, Andrew Jump for the Premier Private Car Service Truck Series for Extreme. Congratulations to Andrew for getting the win here tonight. A teammate, Alan Hilton, for Performance Motorsports, going to finish in second. And another teammate of Jeremy Clifton going to finish in third here tonight. So 1, 2, 3 for Performance. Michael Thwaite's going to finish in fourth here tonight. Michael Breck, fifth. Jeremy Horn, sixth. Edward Moore Sr., 7th. Curtis Vollmer, 8th. Mark Hamlin, 9th. And Jacob Bell is going to round out the top 10.
Coming in at 11th place, Mason Kane. 12th, Dwayne Dunn. Cody McFadden finishing in 13th. Robert Montgomery, 14th. Zachary White, 15th. Nolan Neiman, 16th. Lee Overton finishing 17th. Hank Caston, 18th. Jeff Glockner, 19th. And rounding out the top 20, William Martin.
All right, Darren Bruce going to finish in 21st. Chris Seidenfaden, 22nd. Dalton Cowden, 23rd. Andrew P. going to finish in 24th. Taylor Butcher Benjamin, 25th here tonight. Orlando Rivera, 26th. Jade Bell, 27th. Blair Patterson, 28th. William Hartman, 29th. And Andrew Morales going to round out in 30th.
Casey Duncan brings it home 31st. Douglas Carlson, 32nd. Rick Donathan Sr., 33rd. G.T. Hawkins, 34th. Brandon Fries, 35th. Tony Brent, 36th. Justin Boyles, 37th. Jason Eisenhower, 38th. Jeremy Ringney, 39th. And Cody Fabianic finishes in 40th place.
All right, James Thorndyke, 41st. Mike Franklin, Nick Hunt, your admins here tonight. That'll round out the field here tonight, folks. Well, congratulations goes to Andrew Jump for grabbing the win here tonight. Tomorrow night, we'll have the SARG Super Speedway League right here on MaxSpeedTV. Of course, a big shout-out to Premier Private Car Service, again, for being the sponsor here for the Truck Series this season. Great to have them on board. Any questions, you can look them up at www.premierprivatecar.com. Limousine service, I mean, they've got it all. I mean, if you want private car services, call these guys, Premier for a Private Car. Of course, you can reach them at a phone number 140-929-7978, 140-929-7978. A big shout out to Rick Donathan and Extreme, Nick Hunt, all these guys for doing what they do. Logan big shout out to you too for coming on board, helping me again tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself.
Yes, sir. It's always a pleasure coming up here in the booth with you, and we had one heck of a race tonight, man. It was exciting to call here with you as well.
Oh, yes, it was. These trucks, man, and just the way these guys packed it together here tonight. Green flag pit stops, fuel run here tonight, man. It was going to come down to the very end there, but unfortunate incident there at the last after the white flag came out, and of course that is what ended it, because after the white flag there are no cautions. So, but anyway, hey man, it was an awesome race here, Logan, man. I look forward to working with you some more.
Absolutely, man. I would love to come do it as much as I can.
All right. Well, thank you again, Logan. Thank you again, Rick. Everybody out there for tuning in. We had 51 live viewers here tonight. I did screenshot it because that was amazing. So thank you, everybody, all the fans out there for tuning in. It's been great, but we're going to call it here tonight. This has been MaxSpeedTV for Extreme Motorsports 99.com. Until next time, folks, stay safe and have a good night.